nightlife, stuff like that. People who like hookah, like I need to run away, I need to get free, like I need to see some people that look like me. No, I'm rapping. You're really just gonna like throw me against the wall and not say excuse me, like. Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I just wanted to talk about why I'm leaving Houston and more so my experience with Houston. Like, I really want to speak out to the youth, but like, I really just want to like, just talk about how it is for if anybody like kind of in my age range, I think, or just in general does want to move there, like what you're in for. And yeah, overall, I don't believe Houston's like bad or terrible, horrible, whatever. I just think it's like, I just think it's for a specific genre. So I think Houston is very good for like young people, super social people, people who like party, nightlife, stuff like that, people who like hookah, like you know, like you're gonna buy hookah everywhere, so if you want hookah, like you can go to Houston too. But yeah, I think that's more so the demographic. And in general, like just it being a big city, there's so much that comes with that that I don't think suits me. Like I just want to move to a smaller city, close to the big city, but smaller city. So it's like, so it's times two, you know? But anyways, I'm gonna start with the pros, then I'm gonna do cons, and then just overall summarization. The first pro is that Houston is very diverse. This was my selling point. Like this is logistically the reason I moved to Houston, is because like I grew up in a suburban, very not diverse area. So once college hit, I was just like, I need to run away, I need to get free, like I need to see some people that look like me. No, I'm rapping, but seriously. So once college hit, I just like wanted to get away, and I just wanted to like meet people. I just wanted to meet people that are different. Like I was desperate. I was feeding. And so with that, yeah, like Houston is very diverse. It's very beautiful. Like there are just so many cultures there. There's so many different types of people there, which I think is phenomenal. And that's one of my favorite things about it. It's a big city, so I do feel like it exposes you to a lot, and especially like you get what you give. I feel like if you go to Houston and you give it a lot and you really put yourself out there, you network, you go off, like you're gonna have a phenomenal time. But I was in the house a little too much. But yeah, like it's a big city. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of opportunities career-wise and just work-wise, blah, blah, blah. And like, especially I think if you are like influencing or looking to get on social media, there are also a lot of like creators and creatives out there, so that's another, you know, selling point. Another pro is that it's like a booming city. Another pro is the price point. Like compared to a lot of the other places that you would go to get that Houston experience, the price point for living in there is much better. Like obviously, like I would compare Houston to like Atlanta, New York very distantly, like those places, versus Houston would be the best price point wise. So that's great. And that's just Texas in general. Like Texas, you really get like what you pay in Texas versus what you pay in other places is serious. Yeah, I think Houston is a place where you can learn a lot just by it being so different, and people having such different like backgrounds, being raised so different. There's like literally so much that you can take from that city. Like the more you talk to people, the more you learn, the more you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, I feel like being in Houston and generally like getting out there, talking to people, like you can learn so much stuff they can't teach you in school. Also, another good thing about Houston is like, and another reason why I say I think it would be best for like young adults is like they have a lot of activities that like social activities. Like they have like poetry slams, they have open mic, like they just have a lot of things that you can go do that if you want to get out there and meet people, like you can do that. I'm pretty sure they have like speed dating, but yeah, there's just always something going on in Houston. So if you want to get out there, you want to meet people, seriously, I really do believe like Houston is the place to go, but you're just gonna have to get outside, which is where I faltered. I didn't do as much getting outside. But yeah, overall, a lot of opportunities, a lot of different people, very diverse, very beautiful. Yeah, a lot, very beautiful. Good food. That's another really good one. Houston has a lot of good food. So many different types of cuisine that is like so tasty. So that's definitely another plus. That food is, come on. And now, honestly, I really tried to drag this part out, but unfortunately, I do think it's time to move into the cons. And The first con, unfortunately, let me speak to my demographic yet again, is safety. So as a young woman in the city, you have to be very aware. I wouldn't recommend public transportation. That's just me. But maybe some people know how to navigate it better and be safer, I guess. But especially if you're in, because University of Houston's in the hood, the worst one in Houston. So definitely, just in general in Houston, we know all the sex trafficking going on, all the crazy stuff going on. You just have to be very, very aware as a woman, and that kind of drains the fun out of stuff. Like, especially if you like going out by yourself, if you want to just be out at night, like you want to be cute, you want to take a walk, you want to like the fun is just drained out of it because you have to be super aware, and you're like, oh my goodness, what is that strange man doing? And it's like, you just like, as a woman, you really can't rest in Houston. So that's one. Yeah, the traffic in Houston is actually horrid. The traffic and the roads. So already the traffic's horrible. Woo. Let's pretend that you want to take a scenic route and be like, no traffic, let me go through the neighborhoods. The roads are horrible. I was about to say the road's not on the highway, but on some highways the roads are crappy too. But the roads are really, really bad. A lot of potholes, a lot of like, I don't even know, uneven edges, jagged edges. Like, it's just really bad. The roads are really very bad. And traffic, like, I'm pretty sure you know, like anybody that knows anything about Houston knows the traffic is horrible, so that too. Also, since we're talking about driving, like genuinely I feel like Houston has some of the worst drivers on planet Earth. I'm not joking. Horrible drivers. The drivers are actually horrible and like genuinely insane, and nobody uses their blinkers and everybody's running red lights. So like, I feel like there's learning how to drive, and then there's learning how to drive in Texas, and then there's like learning how to drive in Houston. So if you are getting to Houston and you're not like a defensive driver, an aggressive driver, you need to start working on that, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. But another thing is like the money. Like, you have to pay for everything, and it's very, very frustrating. Like, you have to pay for parking, you have to pay for, I'm not even a party girl, but like literally college, in our college, you literally have to pay for parties. I'm not a party girl, but I know it's not supposed to go down that way. So you literally have to pay for everything. You have to pay for parking, parties, breathing, oxygen, blah. Like, it's just like, they just figure out creative new ways to make you pay for stuff, and that's really irritating, especially the parking thing, because like, it's just not good. But yeah, another big thing, especially not a big thing, but I think a change depending on where you grew up, is homeless people. Like, there are a lot more homeless people in Houston. And me personally, like, I didn't grow up around a lot. So obviously at first it was like kind of just a shock thing, like a shock factor. But then like, I just realized, like, I don't know, just seeing them like every single day just made me sad. And like, I know that's not how you deal with your problems, but I'm leaving. But yeah, so it's like, I feel like it's gonna be an extra burden on anybody, period, just being used to that. But also, like, the more you stay, it's either you get sadder or you just have to like get really callous and like cold-hearted towards it, if that makes sense. Because like, let's say there's one at like a stop sign right by your job, like every single day you're not gonna want to be sad, so eventually you're just gonna have to like block it out, if that makes sense. So like, I think I noticed myself kind of like trying or leading into that, and like, it was just on and off of either like trying really hard to like not care or just being really sad about it. So I'm just like, let me just make a decision for you, me and you, and I'm gonna go. So that's it. But yeah, a lot of homeless people, so beware of that. And I don't know, listen, I generally like, maybe this might not even be Houston. I don't know if this is a age range thing. I don't know if people my age just don't have manners anymore, but I can't even say people my age because the older people did it as well. But from my experience, the manners, the politeness, the please and thank you, the yes ma'am and no ma'am that we were all raised on, that is not really there in Houston. The manners are low. So I've just noticed that it's better in other places in Texas. Like, I know Texas, whatever, is known for the manners, blah, blah, blah. So obviously comparatively to like, I don't know, another state, maybe there are manners, but from my experience, Houston has been the worst place that I've been in manners wise, I'm pretty sure, or of the worst. So yeah, there's that. And that's really a pet peeve of mine. Like, that really just burns me up, how like you're really just gonna like throw me against the wall and not say excuse me. Like, you could have just said, like, you could have just done a little, but you're not going to. That irritates me a lot. So also that. Also, another con is like, it's a con depending on the person, but if you have not grown up in a big city, like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's kind of a lot. Whether that's just like all the energy that's out there, like just how bustling it is, like how, like, I don't even know. It's just hard. It's just really hard. But no, seriously, like, if you didn't grow up in a big city, it's going to be a very, 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 very big change and very, very big pivot, and you're gonna have to learn like a lot pretty freaking fast. So there's that, and it's just like, to me, it feels like too much. I feel like it fits with a lot of people, but like, I'm a relatively simple girl. Depends on the day. If you like calm, Houston isn't the place to be. If you like settled Southern family vibes, calm, like gentleman, Texas woo, like if you like that, Houston is not the place to be at all. If you like, you know, like creativity, kind of chaotic, opportunity, hustle and grind, I feel like Houston is the place for you. And genuinely, like, I don't believe there are more cons or pros. I feel like it's fairly even. I just feel like it's just about the person and what you want out of life, or what you want out of the season of life that you're in right now. So yeah, that is my advice about Houston. Also, I do know my experience got immensely influenced by where I was going to college, University of Houston. So I think I might do another video just talking about University of Houston and my experience with it. But yeah, that's all for now.